Hello. We're going to try this again to do this live so we can talk about narcissism. It was freezing before, so we're going to just close it off and we're going to come back in. Here we go. Waiting for some more people to come in. So this is talking about narcissism, narc talk. We are going to talk about why the narcissist always has to be right. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the comments there. Why the narcissist always has to be right. Here we go. Okay, it's enough people in here. We're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to have to just start from the beginning, y'all. The beginning of this blog. Here we go. All right. So why does the narcissist feel that they always have to be right? Okay. A narcissist, they are a ego-driven individual. Okay. A narcissist is an ego-driven individual that needs to have their ego satisfied at all times. Everything is about their ego. Everything is about satisfying their image, making them feel good, look good. Everything about how they are perceived. That is what's most important. They have this very fixed mindset and looking at the world from a very small point of view versus looking at the bigger picture. They constantly live in this fantasy world that they create for themselves. And in this fantasy world, the narcissists, they see themselves as top tier, as superior, as ruler of the land, as, you know, everything is their way or the highway type of ordeal. Everything is always about them. So in a narcissist world, in a narcissist world, in a nutshell, they think that everything is about them. They are top tier. They are up here talking about it's lonely at the top, but that's how they feel. In addition to that, a narcissist is so set in their ways with their mindset that they believe that what they say, their opinions, their choices, and their behaviors are always right. Even if they are morally wrong, they believe that everything that they do, that they say, that their opinions, their choices, their behaviors, their actions, they believe that everything that they do is right. Even when they are wrong, they still believe that they are right. And even when they are wrong, they will try to justify why they are right. And the way that they justify this is by invalidating somebody else, is by gaslighting somebody else. Next. And what happens is when they are trying to speak their point and try to prove that they are right, even if they are morally wrong, they will speak with so much conviction on topics that they really have no broader perspective on. They are only seeing things through tunnel vision. And when they're seeing things through tunnel vision, they speak with so much conviction this way instead of looking at things from a much broader perspective. So they do not see how their viewpoints can be flawed. So in discussions, they feel the need to prove themselves and their points to other people because it is easier for them to be right than it is to admit that they are wrong. You're rarely going to have a narcissist admit that they are wrong and take accountability for what they have done and the actions that they have done and how it has hurt somebody else. So discussions with the narcissist or disagreements turn into a debate. It turns into an argument with them. And this is why the small, like the most trivial things that you know, disagree with the narcissist turns into an argument, because their desperate attempt to be right and have their ego satisfied is because whenever they feel like someone is challenging them, that is a threat and a bruise to their ego. So in order to gain back that validation and gain back that power and that status, they have to argue with you and put you down and have a power trip with you in order to make themselves seem like they are superior. And what causes this to happen is their lack of humility. Their lack of humility. A narcissist does not have any humility. They do not have any empathy at all. They just have apathy. And narcissists tend to be very arrogant. So because of their lack of humility, that won't allow them to shut off their ego and really look at things from a higher perspective. In addition to them not wanting to shut off their ego, they also do not want to give anybody any empathy for how they feel and how they view the situation. Other people's feelings are disregarded and dismissed, because if them validating someone else's feelings means that if they have to take accountability for what they have done and that they are wrong, they're going to dismiss somebody else's feelings. So here are three reasons as to why the narcissist needs to be right all the time. So that they can, number one, so that they can remain superior. A narcissist has an internal need to be on top, to be superior, and to be better than their counterparts. They will do anything in their power to assure that they keep this status up. When faced with opposing viewpoints or opinions, the narcissist will pledge their opinions as if it is a true fact. They want to feel right, and they want others to admit that they are right. So the narcissist is having this desperate attempt to say, I am right. Thank you. To say, I am right. Everything that I'm saying is right and you are wrong. And whenever a person is contradicting what they said, or whenever a person is not agreeing to what the narcissist is saying, the narcissist will continue to try to invalidate and belittle and put down the person that they are arguing with, because they really just, the way that they feel that they're going to win is they want you to just completely surrender and oblige and say, you know what? Yes, you are right, narcissist. Everything that you are saying is completely right. I am just completely wrong. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Everything you said is right. Like, ain't nobody finna do that. Ain't nobody finna kiss their ass. Okay, that's what they want. The narcissist wants you to kiss their ass and to be like, yeah, you're right about everything. No. They have to understand that they're not always going to be right about everything, but they don't do this. Narcissists, they live in this fantasy world where the fact that you have to hold a narcissist accountable and hold them responsible and that they can be wrong is like blasphemy to them. They are so self-righteous. Next, let me continue. So what they will do is they will continue to argue. A narcissist will continue to argue or debate with someone, constantly trying to prove their point, because they would rather win than lose. They would rather win and have the other person just oblige to what they are saying than to feel like they have to oblige and that they have to humble themselves and say, okay, you know what, like, I see the viewpoint, I see what you're saying, I could be wrong in this. No. If they have to take accountability, they're not going to do it. They will continue to argue their point until you give in. And I'm telling you, a narcissist can sit there and argue for as long as they want to until they get what they want. With the narcissist, it's all about competition with them. It is all about competition. A narcissist will compete with everyone around them in everything they do, even the smallest little things. They want to compete with everybody because they just gotta win. Their ego just has to be satisfied. Now, whenever there's like a disagreement and people are having a difference of opinions, or if the narcissist is morally wrong and the other person is morally right and they have evidence to back up their claim, So even if the person is bringing up valid points as to why the narcissist viewpoint is flawed, the narcissist will not have the humility to sit and listen and process what's happening, or change their perspective, or see things from a different perspective. Because if a narcissist allows someone else to be right, then they will feel inferior, which is their worst nightmare. They do not want to be inferior. They do not want to feel inferior. They constantly want to feel superior. So no matter what, they will want to be labeled and perceived as superior in every single situation. Why is that? Well, let's go ahead to number 2 as to why the narcissist always has to be right. Number 2 is because the narcissist wants to stay in control. Everything is about control with them. They want to stay in control. So a narcissist has to be in control of everything and every situation. So this goes back to them feeling the need to always feeling superior. When they are in control, they can get their supply. And narcissist is all about their supply. When their ego is satisfied and everyone around is catering to them, that is their ordeal. That is what they love. That is their heaven on earth, pretty much. And when a narcissist can control how a person feels or how a person thinks, they can control that person. So when they have found a way to manipulate you, to control you, and they feel like they have such a strong hold on you, that is like top tier for them. They feel like, yes, I got this person wrapped around my finger. They will do whatever it is that I say, whatever it is that I want, whatever it is that I say do. When I say jump, they say how high. That's how they look at it. They just want to get control. So the narcissist, they try to gain control by proving to others that they are right and that they should be listened to at all times because they have all the right answers. Okay? And this also can look like, if a narcissist is older, this is a narcissistic parent, they will throw in there how old they are and how many years they have on you. And then because of how many years they have on you, that's why you should listen to their wisdom. But sometimes their wisdom is flawed because they're viewing it from a different perspective. But to a narcissist, they don't want to hear that. And lastly, number three, why does a narcissist always have to be right? To avoid responsibility for doing something wrong. One reason that a narcissist needs to be right is when they are trying to convince someone that they did not hurt them. Let me say that again. One reason or one way that a narcissist needs to be right is when they are trying to convince their victim that they just hurt and abused and disrespected, that they did not hurt them, that they did not abuse them, that they did not disrespect them. And it's all about their reaction, and their sensitivity is what's the problem, not their action. I mean, even when you can back up, or you can, for example, if a narcissist were to say something negative to you and say something very rude to you, you can say to the narcissist, like, hey, like, you didn't even have to say all of that. You could have said that a totally different way. You could have said that in a different tone. And then, well, you need to stop being so sensitive. It's your sensitivity that's the problem. It's not their sensitivity that's the problem. It's the way that it's the narcissist approach is the problem. But they do not want to look at this way. They do not want to look at themselves. Narcissists hate taking accountability. They hate looking in the mirror. So what they will do is the narcissist will disregard what the person tells them, and they will deflect, and they will disregard the person's feelings, how they felt. And even if the narcissist hurt this person's feelings, they will disregard their feelings. They will disregard the hurt that they have caused them, and they would try to justify why they did what they did. It's like they always have a reason as to why they do their actions. They always have a reason as to why they said things a certain way. They always have a certain reason as to why they had a certain tone. They always have a reason as to why they did that action. And it's all because that is what was best for them in that moment. And they're not taking anybody else's feelings into consideration. Where was I? So this is what we call gaslighting. When they are trying to deny your reality and act as if what they did not do, and pretending as if what they did was not as bad as what it really was. They want to be so right so that they do not have to admit that they are wrong. A narcissist hates being told that they are wrong. And when dealing with the narcissist, you won't get an apology. You won't get a, sorry, I was wrong for what I did. I'm sorry that I hurt you. You won't get that from them. You won't get that from them because narcissist refuses to self-reflect. They refuse to look at themselves and see themselves as hurting someone else or doing someone wrong. They do not see themselves as that. Now listen, you'll probably get a narcissist apologizing and taking accountability for what they did. When you see a narcissist taking accountability for what they did, look out the window because you're going to see pigs flying with their little wings. That's when you're going to see that kind of stuff, right? What a narcissist will do is a narcissist will tell you, well, I did that because blah, blah, blah. Okay. X, Y. I did that because X, Y, and Z. Or they'll say, well, because you did this is why I had to do that. And they always want to point the fingers at you and blame you and say, because of your actions, this is why I did X, Y, and Z. It's always a way to deflect, to point the fingers, to shift the blame onto the other person, to avoid the accountability and responsibility on their part. You following me? So what they are basically saying is that they have a right to treat you wrong, that they have a justification to treat you wrong, that they are enabling themselves to treat you wrong, to treat you poorly. You see, narcissistic people, they have a logic that humans have. Okay, I'm confused what I just said. Narcissistic people have. Okay, there we go. So narcissists, they have this very superiority complex, and they have this thing where everyone else's perspective or analysis is wrong, and that they feel like their logic, a narcissist's logic, is that, well, you know what? Everybody else just has trouble comprehending what I do. Everybody else just has a different perspective, a different analysis on the situation. And they are just not comprehending my actions. They're just not understanding what I'm doing. They're just not understanding where I'm coming from. They're not understanding my motives. They're not understanding that it's coming from a place of love. They're not understanding my communication. It's always about they feel like people are misunderstanding them. We're not misunderstanding anything. We actually clearly understand what you're doing. We understand that you're kind of an asshole and that you are treating people horribly, and that you do not take accountability for what you've done. What we understand is what you just said hurt our feelings. What we understand is what you did was just wrong. That's what we understand. That's what the narcissist doesn't understand. They refuse to understand because they don't want to understand. And they feel as if the narcissist's behaviors and their feelings are all justified. But the behaviors and feelings of others are not. And a narcissist's behaviors and their feelings are so chaotic that they are literally like the epitome of a walking contradiction. Like they're literally just a walking contradiction. It's whatever it is that they say and do does not align with what they're trying to prove. So if a narcissist is trying to say, well, I'm really trying to help you out here, whatever it is that they're saying and doing is not really trying to help you out. It's actually tearing you down. They may say, I'm coming from a place of love, but everything that they say, everything that they do, and especially the energy behind it, is not coming from a place of love. So when you're dealing with the narcissist, their words say one thing, their actions say another, but their energy, and your energy is most important, their energy is what is true. The energy is what you feel, and the energy is what you feel is inauthentic. The energy that you feel is, you may feel that their energy is not genuine, that it's not kind, that it's not loving, that it's hatred, that it's inauthenticity, that it's not unconditional love, it's conditional, that it's not empathy, it's apathy, it's judgment. It's not trying to understand. It's judgment. It's shame. It's guilt. But everything that they say everything they say and do completely contradicts where they are coming from, their energy. And the thing is, when a narcissist is around an empath is so in tune with energies, and they really are so in tune with what's going on. They can feel the narcissist energy, and they can feel like, okay, you know what I'm feeling from you is not what you're trying to portray. And what they'll do is they're like, I am coming from a place of love. This is what I'm like. Why don't you get it? Why don't you understand it? Because we feel your energy. We understand your energy. We can read your energy. And your energy is what's off. Your energy is not what you are trying to portray. That is the end of that. So when you are dealing with the narcissist, they love to be right. They love to be right. They will argue their point down until they are proven right. And sometimes the way that you have to deal with that is, if you don't want to sit there and argue with them, you don't want to go back and forth with them, you're going to have to just walk away from the situation. Don't sit up there and take in all of that energy. Don't sit up there and try to tell them, and sit up there and try to, and you don't have to deal with that energy. You don't have to deal with that back and forth. You don't have to deal with that push and pull. You don't have to deal with someone invalidating your experience, invalidating your feelings, invalidating you. If they are not willing to take accountability, walk away. If they are not willing to validate your feelings, walk away. If they are not willing to, if they are continuing to dismiss your feelings, walk away. If they want to continue to point the fingers and blame you and put you down and make you feel bad, walk away. You do not have to put up with it. It doesn't matter who you are dealing with. Walk away. Walk away, because you don't have to deal with it. And it is easier said than done, but you have to take this practice. It comes with practice. You have to just walk away. Walk away peacefully. Leave the environment. Leave the vicinity. If you have to leave the environment and go outside and go to a different place, do what you have to do. But do not allow yourself to be the doormat. Do not allow yourself to be the punching bag. Do not allow yourself to absorb all of that negative energy that they want to just throw on everybody. Narcissists always love to argue with people because they have so much negative energy that they want to throw off, that they want to just throw it on everybody else. You don't have to sit there and take that. And another thing, last thing, if you know deep down that you are right in the situation, and you know that you are morally right, you know that you did the righteous thing in the situation, stand on that. Stand firm on that. And even if they are trying to contradict you, even if they are trying to gaslight you, you say, okay, no, but this is my truth and I'm standing on that. You speak your truth, you speak your piece, and then you be done with it. You walk away. Don't sit up there trying to continue to prove your points to them, because they're really not going to hear you. It's going to go in one ear and out the other. They are not going to be receptive. There's a difference between someone hearing you and someone listening to you. There's a difference between someone hearing what you have to say to respond, or hearing what you have to say to comprehend. They don't comprehend what you're saying. Because you'll notice that they aren't really fully listening to you, is because you will say something to them, and when you are in a debate, and their response is not even, has no relevance to what you just said, because all they're doing is just allowing you to say your piece. And then when it's their turn to talk, they go ahead and say their piece and continue to argue their point as to why they are right. And that's not a healthy argument. That's not a healthy conversation. That's not a healthy confrontation. It's okay to have debates. It's okay to sometimes have a difference of opinions, but both perspectives need to be heard. Both perspectives need to be seen, and things need to be comprehended. Feelings need to be comprehended. And if it gets to a point where it feels like everything is just pointless and you feel like you're going nowhere, it's like when you are arguing with the narcissist, like you're going in circles. You're going in circles in this loop, and you feel like you're going nowhere. So when you feel like you're not getting anywhere with them, that's when it's time to just walk away. Hang up the phone, get off the phone call, get out of the conversation, walk away. You ain't got to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it. And know this, that a narcissist will do whatever it is to be right in that situation. They will try to do whatever it is that they can to be right. Even when they are wrong, they think that they are right. It doesn't matter how much you try to argue your point. It doesn't matter if you have a full 3 things to back up your claim. They ain't gonna want to hear it, bro. They're not. And it's very frustrating. And it's very draining. And you don't want to have to invest your energy into something like that. So you got to just walk away. I'm out. Boom. I'm out. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Don't allow your energy to be drained. Don't allow people to just take away your energy. Don't allow these narcissists to affect your mood. Because if he who angers you controls you, don't allow them to control you. Don't allow them to control your narrative and control your mood and control your energy. Don't let them know what your buttons are. If you react, they know what your buttons are and they're going to continue to push them. Don't do it. Don't do it. You see, narcissists, they have this demonic spirit attached to them. This demonic hold attached to them. That's why you just feel like you're going crazy when you're dealing with them. Yes, because all they want to do is just drive people crazy. A devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. They want to steal your peace. They want to steal your time. They want to steal your energy. They want to kill your spirit. They want to kill your trust in yourself. They want to kill your confidence. They want to destroy your self-esteem. They want to destroy your intuition. You see what I'm saying? And the narcissist comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Just like the devil. Because that's exactly what they are. Fallen angels. It's a demonic spirit attached to those people. You see, what we go through, narcissism, they try to say that it's a personality disorder, but really it's spiritual. Everything that we go through is spiritual. Everything that we go through is spiritual. You have the light versus the dark. When Lucifer was kicked out of heaven and took a third of the angels with them, those demonic spirits, those fallen angels, are the narcissists. And they've been multiplying. That's when you have narcissists all around, coming against the empaths, God's children, the earth angels, the light. The empaths are the light. The fallen angels are the darkness. And the way that the devil wants to get back at God is to come after God's children. Come right after God's children and hurt them. And that's why you find yourself going crazy with them. Because you just feel like you can't win for losing with them. Because you're not, like, when you're dealing with the devil, that's irrational. The devil's going to do whatever he can to take you out. You're dealing with an irrational energy here. You can't rationalize with the rational. So don't even waste the time. You see, people talk about narcissism all the time and they say how it's a personality disorder. No, the hell it is not. It is a demonic spirit. Really, let's look at it for what it is. Let's see it through our spiritual eyes. It's a demonic spirit. Get away from those people. Because you see how these people ain't finna change? As long as this earth has been in existence, has the devil changed? No. So are narcissists gonna change? Absolutely not. Don't even deal with it. Don't even deal with it. And once you start seeing narcissism for what they are, and you start seeing these people as demonic spirits, you're going to want to get the F away from those people. You're going to want to get away. Because when they start feeding off of your energy and lowering your vibration, and those spirits are latching onto you, and all of a sudden you acting funny, you acting different, and you ain't even acting like yourself because you too busy around this energy, get away from them. Spirits can rub off on you. Because if they can be around you long enough, they can get you to lower your vibration to be just like them. No. If you find yourself starting to act like the narcissist, get away from those people immediately. Their spirit has latched onto you and you need to deliver yourself. You need to dust it off. Get behind me, Satan. See it for what it is. Any narcissist you got in your life, see them for what they are. See them this way. Thank you. See them through your spiritual eye, not through your earthly eyes. Yes, through your earthly eyes, they may look like you. They may be the same ethnicity as you. They may look like somebody that you can trust. Y'all may have the same bloodline, same last name. But these spirits can latch into anybody. It's every man for himself at this point. And when you have people, and especially when you have friends, family members, and they ain't got a good relationship with God, the minute that people start turning away from God, they're turning towards the devil. And when they start turning towards the devil, that's when the 1 Peter 5:8, the devil seeking whom he may devour, latches on to these people, latches onto them and starts controlling them, jump inside their vessels. Let me tell you, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are the spirit first, the mind second, the body last. The body is just a shell. We are a soul living in a body. This is nothing. This is just a shell. Spirits can latch onto that. Why do you think people can be possessed? Because spirits are attaching to them. Same with narcissists. They jump inside the vessels of people. And some of y'all got these devils in your household without even realizing it. Those same people, whenever they come around and you start feeling uneasy, you start feeling on edge, you start feeling like your spirit is disturbed, that's a demonic spirit that's near you. Your spirit knows. When your spirit feels safe around people, when your spirit is around divine beings, around people, around men and women of God, your spirit is at ease. Your spirit is calm. Your spirit is peaceful. But when your spirit is around those demonic children, those children of Satan, those demonic, those fallen angels, those narcissists, your spirit ain't right. Your spirit just don't feel right. Your spirit feels uneasy. Your spirit don't feel peace. Your spirit knows. Your spirit is disturbed because you feel that evilness around you. Get away from those people. Create your distance. And if you live with these people, find a way to protect your energy. Find a way to keep yourself away from those people. If you have your own room, if you have a place where you can just be to yourself and you can close yourself off, then do that. If you can't get that and you have to leave the premises and you have to leave the environment, do what you got to do. But if your energy is starting to feel affected because these people are around you, you need to get away because your energy is most important. Your peace is what's most important. You got to protect your peace, baby. You got to protect your peace. See these people for who they are. Increase your discernment. When you come across the demonic spirit, like a narcissist, when you come across those narcissists, it's a spiritual lesson. It's trying to increase your intuition. It's trying to increase your discernment. As you're leveling up spiritually, you need to be able to discern light versus dark. So when you come across a demonic spirit like a narcissist, that's there to help you increase your discernment. So now you know what red flags to look out for. So that when another one comes around, you could be able to identify it. And you say, no, I'm going to move around because I know what that is. So how are you going to be able to know narcissism or not, like discern that type of spirit if you ain't never been around one? It's all a part of the plan, baby. It's all a part of the journey. But here's what happens. When you start to learn those spirits, you start to learn what they like. Don't continue to be around them. And if you see those red flags and you know you're dealing with a narcissist, move around. Because if you continue to involve yourself, you're going to lower your vibration. If you continue to be around those people, you're just going to get sucked into their mess. And you're going to continue to perpetuate that cycle, perpetuate that karmic cycle. You don't want to deal with that. The more you elevate and raise your vibration, the more you want to attract those people to you. They still may try to come in there. They still may try to slither in like a serpent and come in there. But because your spirit is so strong and your vibration is so high, you're going to spot them from a mile away and be, nope, This is spiritual warfare we got going on. Ouch. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Narcissism is so much deeper than a personality disorder. It's a spiritual attack. It's a spiritual attack. You may have noticed that after you started to heal yourself from narcissism, your spirit got stronger. You got a lot wiser. Yeah, that was for a reason. You had to. In order for God to increase your spirit and in order for God to increase your strength, God got to put you through some pain. You see, the devil has to go to God the devil has to go to God first before they can come after you. The devil has to have permission from God to come after you. And God allows it because God sees all. God sees what's going to happen afterwards. You see, the devil sees it short term. The devil sees it as, oh, I'm going to go ahead and hurt this person temporarily. But God sees it as, okay, yeah. But once my child awakens to what's going on, and I reveal I'm revealed to my child what's happening, they gonna walk away. Their spirit's gonna get stronger. Their discernment is gonna get stronger. They're gonna walk away. They're gonna heal, and they will never come across. They won't even come across people like that again. They're gonna know. They're gonna get stronger. They're gonna get wiser. They're gonna be spiritually stronger. Their spirit is gonna increase. So all of it is gonna be for a reason. But you see, God don't reveal all of that to them. God knows that. You see, God moves in silence. You need to start moving in silence too. See, God knows what's going to happen at the end result. So the devil may think he got you, but the devil ain't got you. The devil ain't got shit on you. Because if God before you, who could be against you? Exactly. There's so many narcissists around here right now because the devil is roaming this earth. So many around. In the spiritual warfare we got going on. And the devil knows his time is up. His time is dwindling down gradually and gradually. And the devil's doing whatever it is that he can to come after God's people. But the more that we stay in the light, the more that those narcissists ain't going to be able to do what they want to do. We have to stay in our light. We have to stay in our light. Because the minute we come out of our light and we lower our vibration and stoop down to their level, that's when we give our power away. We don't want to give our power away to them. We want to stand in our power. We want to hold our power. Ouch. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. We're going to be okay. Continue to heal from what you've been through. Continue to heal. Continue to focus on the lesson. Focus on the wisdom that you've gained. Don't focus too much on the pain. Focus on the wisdom you've gained, not the pain. All right, y'all. I'm out.